4 đến 46. Lần 1. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket at the left. It's somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day risk for a lost ticket. That $30. I recommend look in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check it. Check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the movie. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? Lần 2. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I have been parking in this car for 3 hours. Can I still pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day risk for all those tickets. That's $14. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. I definitely it's not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the theater. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket at the left. It's somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for what amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to check the full day rate for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check. I dropped the ticket somewhere in the theater. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably like to? 5. Excuse me, it seems to have lost my parking ticket at the left. It's somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been parking in this car for 3 hours, so can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge full day rate for all those tickets. That's $40. I recommend you looking in your car again so can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car. I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I drew the ticket somewhere in the theater. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? 6. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I'd left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have shared the full risk for all those tickets. That $40. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the theater. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? 7. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I pay you for that amount? I afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full day rate for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend it go in your card again so you can avoid pay the higher amount. It's finally not in my car. I just got a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the sheet somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation more likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? 8. Excuse me, it seems to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I have been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, I will have to share the full day rest for all those tickets. That's $13. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying a higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? 8. Excuse me, I seem to have my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can you just pay you for that amount? I afraid it lot. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day rest for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend looking in the car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's finally not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his tickets? What will the man probably do like? 9. 10. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I'd left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day rest for all those tickets. That's $40. I recommend looking in the car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. I did. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his tickets? What will the man probably do like? 11. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I'd left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day rest for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend looking in the car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he lost his tickets? What will the man probably do like? 12. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I have been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day rest for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he lost his ticket? What will the man probably do like? 13. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I have been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to share the full day rate for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend look in the car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car. I just came from across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the key somewhere in the future. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man if he lost his tickets? What will the man probably do like? 14. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I'd left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I have been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full rate for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the key somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do next? 15. Excuse me, it seems to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I have been back in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full rate for all those tickets. That's $50. I recommend look in the car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the teacher. Where is the conversation most likely taking place? According to the woman, what must the man do if he has lost his ticket? What will the man probably do next?